I've been meaning to make this video and waiting to make this video for quite a while. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is BoogieSnacks. You could go ahead and call me Boogie, and today we're finally going to be reviewing in detail the fourth One Piece box set that is finally here. Over the course of this channel, I have not only collected the first One Piece box set, the second One Piece box set, the third One Piece box set, and now finally the fourth One Piece box set. But before we go ahead and jump on into today's video, I want to ask you at home, have you collected the box set? Are you reading One Piece currently, and how are you reading One Piece? Whether it be just on the Viz app and you're reading it digitally, you're collecting the omnibuses, you're collecting the singles, or the box sets, let me know down below. And if you like anime, manga, or just like the vibes here, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button down below. I have a lot of fun videos planned for the year that I can't wait to show you. Okay, and with that being said, we have a lot to get into. Let's go ahead and kick the video off. I'll see you in just a second. Now, one thing I noticed about the box set right off of the bat when it first arrived is that the box set itself, the fourth One Piece box set, is smaller than all of the three before it. But you can see here, I mean, it's actually smaller. It has some space, as you can see there. Now, if you're anything like me, I've noticed that a lot of the manga community, they like to have like their spines nice and perfect for their manga volumes, and they like things aligned perfectly. Now, I can get that way sometimes. I have been known to do that. So at first glance, it did bother me, but at the end of the day, you know what? It's fine. I don't really care as long as I have the fourth box set. I mean, it looks incredible, and I'm okay with it being a little smaller than the previous three. But that is something you should be aware of. I love how this one just pops. I mean, I don't know if this is like a maroon or burgundy red. It doesn't really matter. It just pops, and I loved how it looked when I first unboxed this. The rest of the box sets, this one comes with a nice sturdy handle that you can just lift this thing up guilt-free, and it has really good Velcro up on top, which keeps it secure. Now let's take a look at the front. I love that it has Law on the front. I actually really like that. I don't know if you guys can see this here, but Law is right here. So we have the One Piece crew, but Law is right here, and I love that. Let's talk about the sides really quickly. Of course, we're gonna have Luffy on both sides. So here is one, and then here is the other. And flipping it around to the back, we have Luffy, and then of course Sanji, which is one of my favorite characters in One Piece. In fact, I'm even wearing my Sanji shirt today, which you should have seen in the beginning of the video. So I think it's really important to talk about the outside aesthetic of these box sets, because that's what you're gonna be staring at the majority of the time. I think we've covered our bases there. Let's talk about the inside. Finally, let's talk about the inside of the box set. There's just something about fresh Velcro on a box set. Listen to how satisfying this sounds. Yeah, dude. Of course, we're going from Dressrosa all the way to Reverie, from volume 71 to 90. Now, if you haven't read the Reverie arc, it's one of my personal favorites. It is so hype, and there was so much commotion in the One Piece community while it was going on. Who remembers those times? Man, that was a great time to be a One Piece fan. I mean, it's always a great time to be a One Piece fan. Now, what I love about this collection of single volumes, especially in this box set form, is just how these volumes pop. Here on volume 90, the very end of this box set here, we have the introduction, the first volume of Wano. I'm just so happy to have this, man. Now, I can't really show you the inside of these One Piece volumes. I wish I could, but we all know how One Piece can get, especially with copyright stuff here on One Piece. It's very, shall we say, touch and go. So in efforts to avoid any strikes here on the channels, we're just gonna stick to the covers. I hope that's okay. Now, one thing I should talk about here are the little things that are coming within this box set. So let's talk about this for a second. So let me show you the fold-out poster and the little volume, the little mini extra content that comes in the actual box set itself. So let's talk about the pamphlet first really quickly. It's called The Journey of Jinbei. You can see it right here. It's not that many pages. In fact, it's very thin. And I actually like that, like flipping through this. Now, we're not gonna show it to you. Once again, we're gonna try to keep the strikes on a minimum here on the channel, but it is something worth flipping through, and I thought it was really cool. Here's the first one, and I really like this one because you can see all of the main characters here, the entire cast, as kids. I really, really like that. I thought that was really creative. And on the other side, it looks like we have a beach-themed version. I really like this too, and I like that it's double-sided so that if you were to decide to hang one of this up or use it as art, you have two options basically for the price of one. Now, if you have picked up the fourth box set, go ahead and take a picture of it in your collection and share it with me over on Twitter. Of course, links to my Twitter will be down below, but I would love to see how you've incorporated this in your collection. Now, when we're talking about box sets, I think the first thing, aside from deciding whether or not you want to physically collect the box set, the collectible item that it is the price. Now, like many of you, I did pre-order this guy, so I did get it for retail price. Now, I actually went to go look back at the receipt for what I paid for this guy, and it was around $167, and then with tax, it just went up to about, I think, yeah, $184. Now, if you wanted to buy the One Piece singles outside of the box set, assuming you can find all of them in stock chronologically, that would cost you around $200 plus tax, and of course that would vary depending the area that you're in. Aside from the collectible that it is, you are saving a little bit of money if you want to collect the singles. Now, one of my most frequently asked questions regarding the One Piece box set is, Boogie, are you collecting the singles, or are you only gonna collect the singles versus the box sets, or are you reading this online? Basically, how am I reading One Piece? Okay, so in my life, I split between manga reading and manga collecting. So I am actually reading One Piece, not with these singles, but I'm reading it on the Viz app because the Viz app is current. You can read it week by week. Now, I am a little bit behind because I like to binge read chapters at a time, but that's how I'm reading One Piece right now. And eventually I will collect all of the volumes via these wonderful box sets. These box sets are great for multiple reasons. Not only do they help with storage here in my little LA apartment here in the heart of Southern California, but they're also a collectible item, and I love One Piece so much that yes, I am making the decision to collect all of the singles. I love the fact that these are collectible items, and I absolutely love that. Now, the dream is to eventually one day, perhaps in my next place, that I will have my little One Piece display with all of the singles. I do have a giant kit model for the Thousand Sunny that I do want to display in a really creative way that I have in my mind. So I will have my little One Piece moment in my house, but for now, this just makes the storage so much easier. And with that thought process, that's why I'm collecting the singles via these box sets. I'm not actually reading One Piece as these box sets release. I'm reading it on the Viz app. Now, if you're like me, I also love to read single volumes, and I would love to, at one point in my life, read all of One Piece in its entirety via the single volumes. That just sounds like something that I would love to do. But I will say, a lot of the magic in One Piece, especially if you're someone that is online as much as I am, and I have a feeling a lot of us are, especially if you're on Twitter a lot, the magic to reading One Piece is the current community of One Piece and keeping up with the chapters, or at least the arcs. It's really something to behold when a new episode drops or a new chapter drops, and how the internet just goes crazy over that. And there's so many friends to be made, so many communities to join, so many videos to watch. It's something that I highly encourage you guys to be part of if you're someone that only reads physical only. It's just food for thought. I know that some of us refuse to read digital, and I totally understand that, and you want to just read it physically. I totally get it, but just food for thought. Okay, so I feel like I've gone over almost everything about this box set that I think you should know if you wanted to buy it, except for one, which I mentioned at the beginning of the video, which is, do I think buying the fourth One Piece box set is worth it right now? And I think the short answer is yes, maybe. At the end of the day, even if you wanted to buy this at retail price, you're gonna be dropping over $150, and that is a big purchase for a lot of us. And I think the only reason you would wanna collect these box sets is if you're really heart set on collecting the box sets themselves, like myself. And with that being said, don't get me wrong, I want all of us to own these boxes. I think that they're great, but I don't think that the majority of us have to own these box sets to read One Piece or even collect One Piece. To put this into perspective, like I mentioned before, if you wanted to buy all of the single volumes right now at retail price, it would cost more than $150, that is true, but you could get them for incredible sales on holiday sales, etc., through various different online retailers. There are also buy two, get one free deals at certain retailers. It just really depends, and it's something to look into. But if your main objective is to just collect One Piece via all of the singles, there are other options which might be a little easier on your budget if you have the patience. I think it's a little naive of me to be that YouTuber that just says, hey, this big $150 purchase, yeah, go out and buy it and use my affiliate link down below. But for real, use my affiliate link down below if you're gonna do that. It really would help support the channel. I think $150 at once up front is a lot of money for a lot of people. Now, I am blessed to be able to afford purchases like this, but I don't want to be naive and think that my budget is the same for everyone. Now, if your main objective isn't even to collect all of the singles, let alone the omnibuses, and you just want to read One Piece, the best way to do that, if you can stomach reading it digitally, and I know a lot of us are, is the Viz Media app. So for $1.99, you can read all of One Piece, literally every single one of the chapters, and then keep current with the weekly releases. But if your objective is to collect One Piece as these collectible items come out, then yes, of course, yeah, nothing's better than this. This is amazing, but it's not the only way. Okay, so you've made it here to the end of the video. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. Now, if you were looking for a detailed rundown and explanation of the 3 other box sets in the One Piece franchise, card up above in the upper right-hand corner, check that video out whenever you have the time. But I'm trying to keep this video short, so I will let you go here. Okay, so if you'd like to go ahead and support the channel, go ahead and hit that like button down below. It lets me know that you are watching at home and I can continue to make more content just like this. And of course, as always, nothing has changed. If you'd like to stick around for more videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you in the community. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good night and happy reading.